Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you were taking this class. For those of you who don't know me from All People's Fresh Market, my name is Mike Rudd. I am a volunteer yoga teacher, and I am putting classes out there for you to take at your own convenience, at your own time. For me, yoga is a way of life. It is an opportunity to grow as a person and to be less anxious and kinder to the world. So that is what I hope I'm bringing to you in these classes. If you'd like to take a live class, I do teach Tuesdays, 4 p.m., a slow flow on Zoom. And that is live on, well, it's not in person, but we're all live together. So today's class is a Ashtanga power flow. Ashtanga is a sequence of postures used in Vinyasa yoga classes. If you are unfamiliar with this, it is a workout. We are going to be working out for the next 60 minutes. We're going to be breathing and nourishing our minds and our bodies, but there's definitely, it's more of a intermediate class, depending on how you listen to the poses, and can be an advanced class. So if that is something that you want to do, Ashtanga Power Flow, here we come, top of the mats. I'll meet you there. Beginning class with the sound of Om. I'm going to move my mat just a little bit here. Hold on, just a couple adjustments here for you. Okay, so top of the mat, breathing in through the nose and letting it all pour out of the mouth with an audible exhale. Two more rounds of breath just like that. Pouring out of the mouth. One more breath. Inhale through the nose. Sealing class, beginning with the sound of Om, sending out light and love to all those in the world that need it, to all of the community of All People's Fresh Markets. And when we need this light reverberated back to us in times of need, knowing it will be there. We'll inhale through the nose and we'll exhale on Om. Inhale through the nose. Om. Beginning to build that Ujjayi breath. Those long, smooth inhales through the nose. Long, smooth exhales through the nose. Hands can drop down into mountain pose. We'll take 3 rounds of group breath here in that Ujjayi form before we begin to move. As we begin to move, knowing that this Ujjayi breath is the guiding light of the postures in our lives. The breath is everything to us in this class. It is not about the movements or the physical activity, but rather it is about the breath and nourishing the mind. Beginning to come to the top of the mat, we're going to begin with 5 sun salutations as the Ashtanga sequence always begins. Knowing I'm going to cue through chaturangas, but you can lower knees, chest, chin, low cobra, cat cow, holding high plank, whatever serves your body. But as the class goes, we will be moving through chaturanga. If that's not in your practice and you're not familiar with it, I would advise that now is not a great time to start it. Using a teacher in person would be the best way to do that. Listening to your body during today's Ashtanga power flow. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, hands to the sweep to the ceiling. Exhale, folding in Uttanasana. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back to plank. Lowering knees, chest, chin. Exhale, low cobra. Inhale, lowering to the mat. Exhale, pushing up to plank, lifting up, downward facing dog. 5 rounds of breath. On the next exhale, walking, stepping, hopping, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding in. Inhale, arms sweeping up to the sky. Exhale, mountain pose. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, stepping back to plank, lowering knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga, your form of vinyasa. I'm moving through low cobra, pushing up to high plank. 5 rounds of breath, downward facing dog. On the next exhale, walking, stepping, hopping, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding in. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, mountain pose. 3 more Surya Namaskar A's. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping or hopping back to plank, moving through your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 rounds of breath. Building that warmth through these long, smooth inhales and exhales. Feeling into what you feel in the body. Letting all the thoughts come. Letting all the thoughts pass out, just like the breath. Exhale, stepping forward, hopping forward, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding in. Inhale, arms sweeping up high. Exhale, mountain pose. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, folding in, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, stepping back to plank, finding your flow. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the next exhale, walking, stepping, hopping, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding in. Inhale, arms sweeping up high. Exhale, mountain pose. 1 more Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, diving in, hands to mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping or hopping back to plank. Moving through your vinyasa. Meeting in downward facing dog. On the next exhale, walking, stepping, hopping, top of the mat. On the inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. And the exhale, we fold in. Inhale, arms sweeping up high. Exhale, hands to heart center. 3 Surya Namaskar V's. As we continue our Ashtanga flow. Inhale, sit in the booty back. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, stepping back to plank. Your flow, your practice. meeting downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot steps forward. Exhale, left heel to the mat. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Exhale, hands to the mat. Right foot steps back to meet the left. Vinyasa, down dog. Left foot steps forward, right heel to the mat. Inhale, arms sweep up. Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, hands to the mat. Left foot steps back to meet the right. Chaturanga, cat-cow, holding plank, skipping the vinyasa, down dog, 3 breaths. Exhale, top of the mat. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, mountain pose. 2 more of those. Told you we're going to flow early. All right, you're doing great. Here we go. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, sitting back chair pose. Uttanasana, forward fold. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Stepping back to plank. Moving through your vinyasa of choice or none at all. Down dog. Inhale, right foot up. Exhale, left heel down. Inhale, arms sweep up. Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Just 1 breath here. Exhale, hands to mat. Right foot steps back to meet the left. Flowing through your vinyasa. Down dog. Left foot forward, right heel down. Arms sweeping up. You got it. Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, hands to the mat. Plank. Vinyasa. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Exhale, top of the mat. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, mountain pose. 1 more Surya Namaskara B. Yeah, these are moving. Here we go. Inhale, booty sits back. Exhale, arms up. Utkatasana, chair pose. Folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back to plank. You know the drill. We'll meet in down dog. Right foot forward, left heel down. Vira 1, Warrior 1. Hands to mat. Plank. Vinyasa. Left foot forward, right heel down. Warrior 1. 1 more time, hands to the mat. Plank. Flow. Vinyasa of your choice. Adho Mukha. 5 rounds of breath this time. Heart rate is up, controlling it with that Ujjayi breath. Exhale, stepping, hopping forward. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, mountain pose. Woo! All right, here we go. Inhale, hands to hips. Exhale, hinging forward at the hips, not at the waist. Wrapping peace fingers around big toes. On the inhale, looking up. Exhale, folding in. 5 rounds of breath. In the Ashtanga series, all poses you hold for 5 rounds of breath. Some teachers are more strict about that than others. There's also a specific set called the half primary series and then the primary series. This is more of an using the movements from Ashtanga in a flow. So we're not going to be as strict, but we are going to hold for 5 rounds of breath. And with that, exhale, halfway lift, putting the palms underneath the feet, toes up on the wrists, stepping down, and folding in. 5 rounds of breath. Exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale, hands to hips. Exhale, pulling up with the hips. Left foot forward, right foot back, 45-degree angle, left foot straight. We're moving into triangle pose, Utthita Trikonasana. Inhale, arms straight. Exhale, hinging at the hips, not in the waist. Left hand on the left leg, right arm spins up. Utthita Trikonasana, triangle pose. On the next exhale, we'll sweep up. Switching sides towards the back of the mat. I actually did this one backwards the first time. That's all right. Right foot points to the back of the mat. Left heel at left foot at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, arms straight in as we hinge at the hips. Exhale, right hand to the mat. Left arm sweeps up. Inhale, bending into that right knee. Exhale, coming back up to center. Top of the mat, mountain pose. Audible exhale. Inhale through the nose. Pouring out of the mouth. Stepping back for our reverse Trikonasana, reverse triangles. So swinging that right foot back. Train tracking the legs, hands to hips. This is a great one to have a block, pillow, hardbound books, whatever you got in the house for a little support. Inhale, tiny back bend. Exhale, folding forward. Left hand goes above the right foot. Right arm sweeps up. I look like a silhouette in this video. Breathing in. Straightening those hips to face towards the back of your mat. And on the exhale, we'll sweep it up, switching sides. So simply bringing the left toes forward, right foot 45-degree angle, right arm extends out. We fold forward, right hand in front of the left foot, sweeping that left arm up. Reverse triangle pose. Sweeping up, stepping to the top of the mat, moving through side angle. Hands to heart center, right foot steps back to the back of the mat. Inhale, right forearm, right thigh. Exhale, left arm sweeps across the side body. Utthita Parsvakonasana, extended side angle pose. On the exhale, sweeping the arms up, switching sides. Left toes point towards the front of the mat, bending in that left foot. Left forearm, left thigh. Right arm sweeps up and across the side body. Utthita Parsvakonasana. 5 rounds of breath. On the exhale, sweeping up. Right foot steps up to meet the left. Let it pour out of the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Continue with that Ujjayi breath. Hands to heart center. Reverse side angles. Right foot steps back again. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, left elbow, right knee, reverse side angle. Hands can say a prayer. You could put a fist down here if that serves you better. Just focusing on the breath, not on the pose. Micro bend in the knees on these poses to not lock the knee. And on the exhale, sweeping up. Hopefully you're getting the routine, switching sides, left toes towards the front of the mat, right heel down. Inhale, hands to heart center. And on the exhale, right elbow, left knee. Utthita Parsva Konasana, reverse side angle pose. Exhale, coming back up, stepping forward, letting it all go. Left leg steps back, moving into a wide-legged stance here across the long edge of our mats. We're moving through 4 rounds of Prasarita. So Prasarita is wide-legged forward folds. The first round, every round will begin with a tiny back bend as our gaze looks up towards the ceiling of the sky. Hands stay at hips here. And on the exhale, we fold forward at the hips, not at the waist. Hands moving to blocks or the mat. Gaze between the feet. Inhale, hands to hips. Exhale, sweeping up. Inhale, tiny back bend. Gaze up at the ceiling. Exhale, folding forward. Hands stay at the hips. Gaze looks forward or beneath the feet. Exhale, sweeping up. Inhale, hands clasped behind the back. Tiny back bend, gaze looks up towards the ceiling. Exhale, folding forward. Staying with that Ujjayi breath. Letting this guide the pose, guide your body in and out of each pose. And on the exhale, we fold, sweeping up. One more round, Prasarita D. Inhale, hands to prayer. And on the exhale, folding forward at the hips. Peace fingers wrapping around the big toes. Inhale, gaze lifts. Exhale, folding in. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to hips. Exhale, sweeping back up. Top of the mat, stepping forward, moving into pyramid pose. Inhale, right foot steps back. Exhale, hands to reverse prayer or staying on the hips. Right foot forward, left foot back. Legs are in a bit of a train track shape here. And inhale, gaze looks up. Exhale, folding over the right leg, pyramid pose. You might adjust. This is a pose I always wind up adjusting once I start to forward fold. Great place for blocks or your books or your props here if you want to put your hands down. On the inhale, gaze looks up. Exhale, folding forward, rising up. Switching sides, left foot forward, right foot back. Readjusting those train track legs here. My hands say reverse prayer. Yours can be on the hips. They could be at heart center. Any option that feels comfortable for you. Inhale, gaze looks up. Exhale, folding over that left leg, pyramid pose. Inhale, gaze looks up. Exhale, coming back up to the top of the mat. Letting it go. Standing big toe pose. Inhale, right knee into the chest. Exhale, peace fingers wrapping around the right big toe. Inhale, right hand or left hand, left hip. Exhale, extending that foot forward. There can be a bend in the leg. You just don't want to be putting strain in the shoulder here. And on the exhale, we'll open that leg up. 5 rounds of breath. Exhale, straightening it out. Balancing the foot, hands to hips. Hands could be out. Do a little dance. Yoga can be fun, I promise. Exhale, letting it go. Maybe shaking it out. Fists on the thighs and those outer hips. Those IT bands. Here we go. Switching sides. Inhale, left knee into chest. Exhale, peace fingers wrap around the big toes. Inhale, right hand, right hip. Exhale, extending forward. Couple variations here if you just want to keep your left knee into the chest. And if you fall out of a pose like this, just jump right back in. It's all about growth, testing your boundaries, finding your edge. Exhale, extending that left foot out. Bring the foot back in, letting go of the foot, hands to hips, 5 rounds of breath. Exhale, letting it go. Nice job. Moving through a half lotus hip opener, or if you want to do number 4 hip opener, ankle on knee, your choice. If half lotus is in your practice, bring that foot in. If not, just bringing right ankle over left knee. Hands to heart center on the exhale, and either lowering down into a half chair pose or folding forward if you're in the half lotus. Exhale, slowly rising up, releasing the leg wherever you were at, letting it go, switching sides, either number 4 hip opener, left ankle over right knee, or moving that left foot into the half lotus position. Today on virtual yoga is probably not the best time to try half lotus if you've never done it before. Exhale, folding forward wherever you're at, or lowering the booty back for a half chair if you're in that number 4 hip opener. And on the next exhale, coming back up, releasing that left foot, moving through a vinyasa. Inhale, arms sweep up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, folding in, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, stepping back to plank, finding your flow, your vinyasa, down dog. Staying in down dog for 5 rounds of breath. Unless crow pose, Bakasana is in your practice and you want to practice that arm balance, you can hop forward. This is an option in the Ashtanga sequence. And lifting into that Bakasana arm balance. Or whatever variation you're playing with right now in your life. Stepping back or shooting back, vinyasa. Meeting in down dog. Inhale, right foot steps forward. Exhale, left heel to the mat. Inhale, arms sweep up. Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Reversing to the other side, so right foot comes in a 45-degree angle. Left foot points to the back of the mat as we sweep those arms up. Virabhadrasana 1. On the next exhale, opening up, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. And on the exhale, switching sides, left foot comes in a 45-degree angle, right toes point to the front end of the mat, arms to T, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Gaze looks out over the right fingertips, relaxing those shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, hands to mat as they sweep down. Inhale, right foot steps back to meet the left. Moving through a vinyasa, meeting in down dog. And from here, hopping through or lowering the knees to the mat. Coming to a comfortable seat, legs extend long. We made it through the standing sequence of the Ashtanga flow. Nice job. It is not easy. That is why we call them the power flows. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hands underneath the shins. first round of Paschimottanasana. Between these seated postures, you have an option to roll over your knees and extend into a vinyasa. You could also just do a cat-cow. You could also just skip these vinyasas altogether. You could take every other vinyasa. It's all up to you. I'm going to cue through the vinyasa, but no, we just did a lot of vinyasas already. A lot of chaturangas or holding planks or whatever you were doing with your bad self in the first part of this class. So don't feel like you have to do them all. Exhale, walking the hands in. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, folding over. Peace fingers wrapping around the big toes or hands on shins or ankles. Too many chaturangas not done properly can create a lot of lasting shoulder damage. Yoga is meant to restore your body, nourish your body, not cause long-term injuries. Keeping with the breath. Exhale, walking the hands in. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, folding forward. Palms can go over the legs, or once again, hands underneath the calves, hands underneath the shins, all great options. Or not on top of the shins, not underneath the shins. That would be underneath the calves. Exhale, walking the hands back in, bringing the legs in, rolling over the knees, stepping back and taking a flow. I'm just going to hold high plank this time. After the standing sequence, I like to focus on the core in my vinyasa. So I do a lot of high planks, low planks, or side planks. Lifting up, down dog, sitting down or hopping through to a comfortable seat. Soles of the feet on the mat, hands behind the shoulders. We're going to lift up in our reverse table. Exhale, lifting the hips up. 5 rounds of breath. Exhale, lowering booty to the mat, bringing those knees in, rolling over or skipping the vinyasa. I'm going to move through a side plank so my left arm sweeps up here for Vashisthasana, holding that for a couple rounds of breath. We're meeting in downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana, or you're still on the mat, maybe in child's pose, maybe doing some cat-cows. Exhale, stepping, hopping through comfortable seats. Bringing that left leg back. Left knee is forward. Left heel is behind, back by the glute for a little bit of a quad stretch here. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, folding over the right leg. On a stretch like this, I don't need to go very far, so listen to your body. My hands are just slightly forward on either side of my knee. Here, my toes, though, are alive and awake. On these stretches here, your foot is not just dangling. It is toes pointed back at my third eye, which is space in between on the middle of your forehead. One more round of breath, and on the exhale, walking in. We're going to switch legs here. So left leg extends long, bringing that right foot back. A little bit of a quad stretch with the hamstring stretch. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, folding over that left leg. Now we're going to be skipping some of the poses that you might see in a half primary or primary, which is a straight set. My friend Tom has been teaching a creative Ashtanga, which is just taking pieces from it into a vinyasa flow. And that's what we're doing today, only focusing more on like just the beginning sequences for more of a power Ashtanga flow. Right leg steps forward, bringing the knees into the chest, rolling over or staying there. Taking a vinyasa. I'm taking Vashisthasana, left hand on the mat, right arm sweeps up for side plank. And on the exhale, lifting the hips up and back, downward facing dog, giving yourself 3 rounds of breath here in our downward facing dog. Sitting or hopping forward, Janu Shishasana A. Left sole of the foot in on the right thigh. I'm going to move angles here. So my left sole of the foot is in, right foot extends long. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, folding over that right leg. Janu Shishasana A. Pose like this, hands can be wherever they're comfortable. Some people like to have them peace finger wrapped around a big toe, palm over, both hands wrapped around. Might just want to have your hands on either side of the knee. Exhale, walking the hands in, switching legs, left leg extends long, right foot, right sole of the foot in on the inner left thigh. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, folding over that left leg. Exhale, walking the hands in, switching, not switching sides, bringing the knees into the chest, moving through a vinyasa. I'm going to hold high plank, lower down to low plank, move back up to high plank, and then go down dog, and then hop through. So just giving you some options of different vinyasas when those are cued into class. Chaturanga is definitely not the only way. Left foot long, right sole of the foot to the mat. Inhale as the right knee is in towards the chest, the left arm up, and on the exhale, twisting open to the right, left arm wrapping around the right knee. Exhale, extending that right leg long, left sole of the foot, left knee coming in towards the chest. Inhale, right arm sweeps up. Exhale, wrapping that right hand around the left knee, twisting open to the left side. Right foot is alive, toes are pointed towards the forehead. Coming back to heart center, moving through 5 rounds of boat pose, or 3 rounds of boat pose, Navasana. Arms can extend long. You can stay here. If you want to lift the feet up with me, balancing on your booty, you could extend those legs straight. 5 rounds of breath. Keeping that back a line, not just hunching in like this, but rather letting it go. Rowing your boat if you'd like to. And on the exhale, bringing the knees in, palms pressing down to the mat, lifting up just a little bit, as much as you can. And on exhale, moving back to our second round of Navasana. Exhale coming in, palms pressing in. Third and final round of boat. And on the exhale, we're going to spread the legs long. I'm going to shift sides here. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, folding over. Left hand to left leg, right hand to left leg, or ankle or shin or knees. Exhale, walking the hands in. We're going to make our way to our backs, maybe moving through a boat pose, lowering one vertebrae at a time. Right knee into the chest, left leg long. Peace fingers wrap around that big toe or wrap around the ankle or the shin or the knee, and right foot to the ceiling. And on the exhale, lowering the right leg, bringing the left knee into the chest. Peace fingers wrap around that left big toe, sole of the foot to the ceiling. Left knee lowering down, bringing both knees into the chest, clasping hands, rolling side to side, massaging that low back. I'm going to cue through bridge pose and full wheel. 1 round of bridge and 2 rounds of full wheel. If you want to do 3 rounds of bridge pose, if you want to just do supported bridge, bringing a block or a pillow underneath your low sacrum and just staying there the whole time. Once again, I think hopefully you're learning the theme. Do your thing. This is your class. I'm just here breathing with you. Soles of the feet to the mat. Arms to T or along the side body or up in goalpost or cactus shape. Exhale, lifting the hips up and back, bridge pose. Bringing the shoulders underneath the arms if that's comfortable for you. On the exhale, lowering 1 vertebrae at a time. Taking a windshield wiper of the legs to the right and left side. Moving through another round of bridge, supported bridge, or if you'd like to bring your hands behind your shoulders and move up into full wheel. Once again, just due to the virtual yoga setting, if you've never tried full wheel before, I wouldn't recommend doing it now, only if this is in your practice. On the exhale, lifting up and back wherever you're at. Exhale, lowering 1 vertebrae at a time. Another windshield wiper of the legs. And one final back bend of your choice. Inhale, positioning the arms. Exhale, lifting up. Bridge pose, full wheel. Staying right there in supported bridge. Knees into chest, rolling side to side. Soles of the feet to the ceiling, moving through an inversion here. Maybe circling the ankles. Letting that lactic acid fall out of the feet. And on the exhale, knees into chest, rolling to the side or rolling back and forth, finding a comfortable seated position for our pranayama meditation. Sitting cross-legged here, just checking the time. Taking 15 rounds of breath. Palms can be on the knees, down to feel grounded. Palms can face up to feel energy. And just breathing in through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Long, smooth inhales through the nose, filling like a balloon to the crown of the head. And long, smooth exhales pouring out of the nose through the belly button the way it came in. On the next round of breath, pouring out of the mouth, audible exhale. Finishing up with one final sequence of core. If you'd like to, you can move into a high plank, or you can move into a low plank, or do some cat-cows. I can do one round of cat-cow. Inhale, belly down, gaze lifts. Exhale, curling in for cat. I'm going to move into high plank, holding high plank for 10 rounds of breath. On the exhale, we'll step forward, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, arms sweeping up high, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, folding forward. One last vinyasa. Stepping back to plank. Moving through your flow, or just lifting straight up to downward facing dog. Lowering the knees down, coming to your final resting pose of Shavasana. Bringing you out of Shavasana when it's time. If you'd like to put legs against the wall or even legs halfway up against a couch or a bed, that is a great place to be. You worked hard. Great job. Take a few minutes of rest. If eyes are closed, maybe beginning to flutter them open like a butterfly. If laying down, making some small movements, maybe making fists, squeezing the toes, giving yourself a good morning stretch, like it's the first one of the day. Bringing those knees into the chest. Eventually, however you'd like to get there, you're rolling to the side, taking a round of breath on your right side, crown of the head coming up last, or rolling back and forth, meeting me in a comfortable seated position. Sealing our Ashtanga power flow the way we began with the sound of Om, sending out that light and love, letting it reverberate back in when we need it. Inhale through the nose and exhale for Om. If that's not comfortable for you, simply listen to the vibration through the phone. Inhale through the nose, filling up. Om. The light in me bows and honors the light that shines in you. May all beings on this earth be happy. May all beings on this earth be healthy. May all beings on this earth live life with ease. Bowing into you. Great job today. Namaste. Awesome work. That is a hard class, Ashtanga Power Flow. Once again, Mike R. I teach live at All People's Fresh Market on Zoom, Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. I have meditations, power flows, and those live slow flows all recorded in these archives. You can take them whenever. Tell your friends. We want to get yoga out, which is a transformational practice and a great way of being in life, not just a physical form, to as many people who want it and need it as possible. So tell your friends, send them the website. And if you like HIIT Fused yoga, which is probably about as intense as this, a little shorter, I'm on Instagram at the Mike Rudd. I have classes on there, or you can take them live with me on Instagram Live. Till next time, namaste, friends. Have a great day. Peace.